Welcome everybody. We are here in the TQ Live LAN tournament, sponsored by eSpot Billiards and Arcades, and it's being hosted at the venue of eSpot Billiards and Arcades, a place you should go because eSpot is filled with ballers that have an amazing venue with a tons of, obviously billiard tables and arcade rooms, but as well a PC cafe that is amazing, that is awesome. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, praising eSpot. Um, I'm tQzander. We're watching NOVAstalife and Blur, and along with me is
Thunder.
yeah. I think I've gone yeah every time after you said Thunder Toss.
You've done some double yes.
I have.
Yep.
I don't remember that. Huh. Stalife is nervous. Okay. But anyway, yes, Stalife and Blur are playing for a very large prize pool. That's actually something that I've not mentioned before, but most of everybody's entry fees to get into eSpot has actually been put towards the prize pool. eSpot is being very generous every single time. The majority of the money has gone towards the prize pool and not eSpot. So Starlife and Blur are right now doing the exact same thing with each other. The only difference is that Blur likes to wall off his base instead of do what Starlife does, and Starlife just keeps everything close in. Yeah, Thundertoss, do you have any opinions about choosing to build your units, buildings closer as opposed to at the choke?
Yeah. I mean, SimCity I think is good if you're playing if you're not playing a Zerg, or yeah, not playing a Zerg. Just because of the way the mechanics work. Any kind of early pushes, your wall off is only going to pretty much defend against Hellions running in, I guess. But since all the units are pretty much ranged, you're actually going to force yourself into a smaller choke if they actually do push. So that's why most people like to do SimCity if they're not fighting a Zerg.
Alright, so why do you think Blur is deciding to go for this wall off?
His reasoning probably going to be because he wants to hide some tech or hide a command center. That's really the only reason that you actually SimCity is because you'll be able to deny the first scout. But since there is scans, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion.
Alright. I'm kind of with you on all of your thinking. Like, I was taken aback the first time I saw Blur actually wall off. I'm definitely when I see a wall off like that, usually my first thought is that he's gonna go refinery first and go for the ASAP cloak banshees with that really fast factory directly after the barracks is completed. But we've only seen that happen once, and that was a fast game as there was a misclick and everything died, and Starlife ended up winning that game. Again, that was actually the TVT against Raigeki, I believe. I keep referring to that series, but it was a cool series.
Yep, we do see Blur grabbing his second early gas. Slife also grabbing his second early gas. This is pretty much the exact same positions as last game with close air positions. Although in this case, if the players do get up to taking their thirds, they will have golds instead of that natural blue.
Very true. Um, we will be curious to see. It does seem that Blur did not go for his early command center. Instead, he's going for that 1-1-1, building Hellions. He might be going for a Hellion drop, which could be a very strong choice. We'll see what he decides to do with that. But Starlife is wary of this as he has Marines in the back, and he's going to get control of his watchtower to see if he needs to reposition his. Okay, never mind. He's going to pull back with that Marine. Huh.
So Slife's SCV at the Blur's watchtower does get taken out. Does see three Marines, so he may think that something unusual is coming. Normally, you kind of see either less Marines or a different kind of unit take that watchtower. And we do see that Blur did go for a reactor first on that Rax. So he's going to be able to spend a lot of minerals on that. But since there are no Marauders or Hellions that he saw, he may assume that there are Cloak Banshees coming or some other gas heavy unit.
Yeah, oh, and now Stalive did scan, but did he see that medevac? That is what is really important. I don't think he did. He's not repositioning his units. So we're actually going to see a very powerful Hellion drop from Blur. Going to come in and take out a lot of these. Oh, look at that. There's only one SV going down so far. But still, with that, he needed that fourth Hellion. If he'd, oh, look at the health on all of those SCVs, and oh my God, Blur. Look at oh, you needed that one more Hellion, and you could have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more kills with that thing. 'Cause all 9 SUVs have 3 health.
Yep. 3 the magic number. Only if you have blue flame Hellions. Um, you really need that solid number of Hellions so that you can one-shot these SCVs. Both
Yes.
players actually getting Ravens out right now. That is very nice. We do have that Banshee out for Stalife. It is making its way across the map. Actually passes through that Banshee here, which is coming again to drop those 2 Hellions, but they are going to be met by a nice welcoming force of tanks and Marines.
If by welcoming you mean deadly and haha blur, you're gonna die now type of force, then yes.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, cool.
Though Stalife about to lose his Banshee, and it does go down. Did snipe the SCV building that missile turret, but Medevac providing vision on that high ground for those Marines.
Yeah, and now tanks are coming out for Starlife. But it does not seem that Blur is going to produce any. He does have the infrastructure for it. He's got the tech lab on top of that factory, just does not have the gas quite yet.
And we finally have a command center coming down for Stalife. No command center down yet for Blur. Not opting to go for that heavy macro build like he did last time.
Yes.
But again,
yes.
Lost Temple again is one of the best defender's advantage maps. So
It's very true. I'm honestly surprised that one of the players did not go for a fast expansion on this map. Starlife, I actually almost want Starlife to repair those SCVs or get a medevac out or something. I know the medevac is coming. I really hope he uses that on the SCVs because he is so vulnerable to harassment right now.
yep, especially if Blur decides to invest in some more blue flame Hellions, he could just certainly do some damage to that.
Yeah. Let's just see. This medevac is going to pop out and just go to the army. I don't think it's going to see those SCVs. And oh, maybe. Oh, it will. Nope, he's just going to drop. Starlight's going to go for a drop. We'll see if. Blur didn't finish this missile turret down here on the bottom left of his mineral line, so he's actually not going to be able to use that to hit the medevac when the medevac comes up with the Marines.
And his army is kind of out of position right now. They're actually going back towards the base. Not sure what queued him off, but here he goes. These Marines gonna try to run in, kill off a bunch of SCVs.
They do. Now imagine if 9 of them had 4 health. There would have been so many going down. Oh, wow. But now Stav is going to go ahead and retreat. Is he going to be able to keep his medevac alive? Is going to be really close with that Viking. He will be able to. He will be able to. Okay. I like that line of Marines as they drop. It just reminds me of paratroopers and just coming out of aircraft. And there it is. The medevac is healing the SUVs. I hope Starlife does not change that. Yeah, because that is so good to see. And oh, Starlife, you're going to change that, aren't you? No! Heal your SUVs. Yeah.
Yep, so command center does go down, dropping a bunch of mules there on the natural.
Yeah, it's a lot of mules. Just curious, but don't you find it weird that a beam of green light can heal units?
Yeah, but I mean, it's so far in the future that, whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Whatever is a good way to just look at it. Alright, now Starlife does have
I mean, it has little plus signs coming down. It makes sense, right?
We could just go ahead and say yes. But here goes Starlife doing the same thing he did on Metalopolis with just this little elevator action going on. Blur does have this that medevac there that does spot all this, as well as he lost
Loses the tech lab with the stim research on it.
Oh, that's actually rather detrimental to the whole winning thing that Starlife is trying to do.
Dropping an auto turret next to the siege tank.
Three auto turrets. 4 auto turrets. That's so cool. That is just dedication to taking
auto
down.
turret versus auto turret fight right now. I don't think I've ever seen that.
That is a new one for me as well. But that is a cool thing to witness. And Starlife still has that Raven. I'm kind of sad that he used all those auto turrets. I really think that he should not have. I really think
he used one in the main of Stalife. Actually got a couple kills.
Oh,
just
really?
got cleaned up right now. But Stalife's still in a significant lead, I guess. He was up a lot more, but right now up 7 harvesters still.
Yep.
And does have the expansion down, of course.
So very good job. Economy definitely on the side of Starlife right now. The food
here
count.
Goes Blur with an 8 marine drop.
And there it is. They're all coming down. He's gonna. Oh, he doesn't have stim, does he? He can't just run in with stim. Oh,
Nope.
but oh, there's a
Unsiege
tank. Tank. Just gonna destroy everything. I've never done that Korean voice before in a cast. I'm not sure why I just did that. But
tank.
alright, but anyway, Starlife does have siege tanks positioned on the outside of Blur's main base. But look at this, Blur has a spotter medevac over there. That is a weird thing to say, but it's true. Spotter medevac outside of his natural. And now Blur is not going to be able to actually land that orbital command. He is instead going to be forced to come here and defend. Stim from Starlife going to do a lot of damage. We do have Vikings coming down, but look at... Oh, this is bad for Starlife. He's losing a lot of units right now. Those Vikings doing so well. Just take away the spotting capabilities from Starlife. But Starlife is doing actually a lot of damage. Blur does have all these Marines and reinforcement Marines from Starlife. That Raven is out. I want to see a point of defense drone to help deal with those Viking shots, but I don't think that it's going to do that.
I'm gonna
Instead,
drop another auto turret next to all those tanks.
uh,
Fortunately, not gonna do very much.
yeah, unsiege tanks and clear it up very, very easily.
And Vikings actually take out that Raven. Raven unable to have enough energy to put down that point defense drone to save itself.
Yeah,
So Stelife's just gonna retreat here. But again, he's ahead in harvesters. What is it? 15 harvesters already. So he's got a solid economic lead, and Blur's still unable to land that command center.
Blur should probably feel safe to do that now as he has pushed off Starlight successfully, and there it is. His command center is going to be able to land and then plop down 3 mules.
27 to 43 SCVs. Blur just does not like these SCVs at all. I mean, he's got less than 1 full base saturation right now, so...
Yeah, but Starlife is preparing to get his gold up, and that is really going to be bad for Blur, because if Blur has been down 1 base this entire game essentially, and if Starlife can get a gold base up, Blur will be down 2.5 bases essentially. We do have a point defense drone being thrown down by Blur. Blur is now doing what Starlife did, sieging the low ground onto the main base. Supply depot goes down, and now Starlife is actually supply. Oh, never mind. He just finished
Gonna
trouble supply depot.
counterattack.
Oh
He doesn't
yeah,
even care. He doesn't have that many buildings in range. He's gonna lose 1 barracks, it looks like. But here he goes into the natural. Not
yeah.
even gonna siege up here. May even take out this command center.
But oh, look at this mules and oh, look at all those mules just gonna get killed. That is so sad. Starlight is pushing and do a lot of damage, and look at this. It's forced Blur to pull back and Blur GG's.